is exciting, what's going on with that platform, and I think I may I may do more videos like this, but especially under the Millionaire X platform to let people know. And please download the app and go to the website. It'll help you get out of debt, learn how to save and invest, or take you to the next level so you can become a qualified investor, God willing. But what I want to talk about, Nano Banana, is for, pennies on pennies, not even full pennies. What can my company, ColemanPRFIRM.com? If you don't know me, I'm Kellen. We've been using this for 8 years. I wrote my oldest her first book by herself. She was 7, and now she's 15, and we were using a friend's AI, and so I'm always been excited about it. I have 20 certifications and counting of on AI, and going from like being able to code a little bit to being able to do things that developers you would have to hire, and we're still hiring developers because there's so many projects going. You can't and you don't want to do it all in excellence, and I'm actually still looking for different developers who have different skills. So in vibe coding, you guys might hear me say Wealthy Vibes in Tyler. Help us put MillionaireX.ai together. And what is going on right now is so exciting if you're willing to pivot, if you're willing to learn. Now, if you don't want to learn and you're worried that, oh, it's going to take my job, it's probably a job that is, it's not all that, right? Even if you were at Microsoft and you're like, I'm worried about this taking my job, um, and I'm training the AI to replace me. To me personally, everything is about entrepreneurship. You should be working on your own stuff, your own platform. You should be trying to see what Microsoft is doing wrong. And I know they got you in contracts, but if they let you go, or you got a friend, there's ways of doing these things, and people do them all the time that work from big companies. But it's all about your skill set, your mindset. I had somebody tell me I needed to grow a pair because I said I love AI, and I'm thinking, grow a pair. Huh. AI might be able to help with that because I got a pair, and that's why I'm sitting in my garden. And another reason why I'm not worried about AI taking my job, because I love to automate things. I love that, and they're just kind of kicking around tires to see who wants to do an interview. Now you need to answer the questions that I have, because everybody's a publicist, and really AI should be doing most of that work on finding where your client should go, who they should be talking to, and all that. But that's a whole nother post. But it's all about where we are right now. And people are like, well, what are we all going to do if we all have our AI agents working for us? And are we going to be like George Jetson? And yes, maybe we are going to be like that. Maybe we are. And you can come sit in the garden, and there's even some AI for the garden I haven't bought yet, but it'll tell you when to cut your trees, or when to cut your stems, because I don't know everything about garden. I grow in the house as well, and then I bring, like, strawberries or peppers or whatever it is, and then I put it in here, and that's done on AI. So we got the sprinkler system and all that, but I got rabbits out here, and I need to have AI tell me how to get rid of where the rabbits won't eat my stuff without poisoning my organic plants. So that's what I'm on. And we're here as a company to help anybody out there who wants help, who has the ability to hire. And people say, how much does that cost? Let's talk. I don't know. Are you small company, big company? It just depends. Do you have 1,000 emails? Because there's a lot of people busier than I. And then we have to go in there and find a system so your emails can be automated. And I know everybody doesn't want everyone in their emails, but I don't have anything in my emails. So AI can look through my emails the same way say don't bother me, because we have no privacy. We have no privacy for my folks in London. And who speak the Queen's English. There is no privacy anymore. For those who know, we could they can find what's in your computer and your phone, and they could be your friend. Like if I tell my kids, there's nothing you can hide from me on phones and devices that I bought. It's just not. We're not in those times. So make sure you're looking at the right thing, because don't get caught again doing the wrong, right? So I say all that to say, under the tree, I don't even know what time it is. I know I just dropped my kids off, and I get to have my I'm gonna show you, have my boots on, and I put on, not my farmer hat, but I just kept my hat that I have on. This will be my new farmer hat. But yeah, we're in a whole different time, and if you want to get in, and hello Hayden, hope all is well, and everybody else. If you want to get in on AI and see how it can help you, don't be scared from it, because the old saying is, and think about it, the old saying for AI will not replace us, but somebody who uses AI will. And that person who told me to grow a pair, I'm growing a pair and I'm growing businesses, and I hope you are too. But at the end of the day, you can't scare people into thinking that they need to move to some, developing country or third world because you're trying to take the brightest minds and bring them over to Africa, and you're trying to use AI, or even Mexico or Asia, wherever you're trying to bring people, right? You're trying to use AI as your scapegoat to say this is why you need to come practice medicine in Africa. No, Africa needs doctors and nurses, but we got a 2 million plus shortage here in America too. And there's a way that with a board of a robot delivering a baby, and I said, oh, they're on to something, and I'd love to see it, because if you've never been impacted by a doctor shortage or needed a doctor and they weren't around, you would take an AI robot, and I hope to sell you one that can help you survive and your kids survive. See, it's all good until it impacts you. And I'm looking at 7 steps ahead, like a chess game, because I want to win the game. And you never know if you're winning until the end. So success, they say, is a journey. So we just gonna keep on pushing. Um, and that's what we do. But if you wanna get in on this, let me know. I'm very easy to find. All the contact. We'll go handle that. All the trolls, like I'm seeing the comments, like you got nothing to do. You got nothing to do but try to troll somebody, and keep trolling. Life is beautiful. We don't even see you. Moderators handled that. Okay, cool. Didn't even know I had moderators on like that. What maybe you can do to prepare yourself. Let me know. I try to make my consultations as affordable as possible. We're not here to get rich off one person. We want to get wealthy on everything that we do. And so that's always the goal. So I'm willing to work with people, willing to come speak with schools and different things, and even prisons. I'll go into jail cells, kids, adults, it doesn't matter. If you send me an invite, I'll go, because even while you're in prison, there's some things that you can be reading. There's some things you can be studying to get you ready. It's just like when people went to prison in the 90s or the 80s, and they come out in 2000 or 2020, and they're like, it's a whole new world. And they're like, man, I didn't see a lot of this. We can get you prepared, because we got to handle the least of these to make sure they're not hitting you over the head, right? When you're coming out of the grocery store, because some of y'all are riding so clean and nice cars, you just smell like money, you look like money. Me, I look like a farmer, and that's how I like to pop my collar. So you guys, let's tap in. Nano Banana is awesome. Play with it. You can play with it right now for free. And is it going to replace Adobe and Canva? Guess what? There were some people who couldn't get head around Canva and Adobe, and it doesn't mean that they're idiots. It just means that wasn't their skill set, or maybe they didn't have enough time. There's some senior citizens who are playing with it, who are going to start some new jobs, and they're probably going to live longer because they're interested in something new. And you got to keep learning and earning. So you guys, make sure you tap in. Go to millionairex.ai. You can join that for free. You can play the games. Have fun, have your kids play the games. It's there for you to win. You can't say nobody didn't tell me. So that's the whole point of all this. You cannot say no one didn't tell me. That's not an excuse. No one told you to have sex and you found a way. All right, y'all. Be blessed.